The Tastemaster SA is brought to you by Clover, made with love for the ones you love. Last week on the Tastemaster SA, in the first elimination challenge, the bottom 6 had to bake their own unique bread from scratch. Amidst fierce competition, Dustine was the first to be eliminated. Now the top 9 prepare for a new challenge, starting at contemporary food hub The Biscuit Mill, home to fine dining bistro The Test Kitchen Fledgelings.
What an experience this far. I'm super excited just to come in as myself and then just to bring it on.
We are at Fledgelings restaurant this morning, and I'm so excited to see Chef Nathan, award-winning chef, Rising Star award winner.
This looks very beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. This looks like the type of vibes where when you come here, you need to dress up in your dress and heels, you know? So I can't wait to see what we're going to learn today.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Test Kitchen Fledgelings. Today I'm gonna show you how we do things here. My name is Nathan Clarke, and I'm the head chef of the Test Kitchen Fledgelings. I'm from Mitchell's Plain. I grew up there all my life. I got an opportunity through a friend as a sculler. After 6-7 months in scullery, I personally asked my boss, what does it like to be part of the kitchen team, and he gave me the opportunity. I like working with Chef Luke Roberts. He's been a huge influence and mentor all the way since day one. Huge respect for him, and I love working with him. It's just, we working together just shows the youngsters of today, the new generations, what it was like back then when he brought me up in the kitchen. I make sure that the standard is maintained. I go around, I make sure plating, how I implant plating, it gets done exactly how I want it. Maybe do a little bit of tasting of a few sauces here and there, how the tarts bake. If it's not good, start over, stuff like that. So sometimes people will think they can get away with certain stuff. But at the end of the day, the plate of food, the end product has to go past me when it goes out to pass to the guest. The main thing what I want from other kids, youngsters, individuals to take from my story is stay motivated in what you are doing. If you're in this industry, stay motivated, stay humble, continuous with hard work. Keep your head down, and also, eventually hard work does pay off, and with time, you will get where you want to be. I'm going to be cooking beautiful springbok loin pan-seared.
Ooh, nice.
And that's also going to go with a few more other components. Okay, today we're going to confit some beetroots. I'm going to clean them up.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put them in oil with some thyme and garlic. And I'm gonna slow cook it in the oven for like 45 minutes. So I've also prepared some maize meal pap that I cooked all the way down in a infusion of thyme milk. And then I cook it till it's very stiff. I put it in between 2 SKs with weight on it, and I set it overnight. It has to be done the day before. I call it like a pap fondant.
Pap fondant.
So the award-winning chef Nathan is giving us a masterclass, and I'm like, ooh, levels.
And one of the other things also I prepared was a crispy kale, which I have deep fried.
Okay.
And I just kept it in the dehydrator.
Deep fried.
Okay, the star of the dish is basically the venison itself, the springbok. I'm gonna sear it in a hot pan to medium rare. Remember, you always need to cook it gently. Don't be too hard when you cook it. You don't want to cook it too far. It goes over quite quick. Give it its time if needed, but not too hard. Yeah. You just need to make sure your meat's room temperature, and then from there you won't have a problem. My chef, when I firstly was taught how to cook springbok, it was like 30 seconds on each side, and then you just let it rest for like 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. But now I know exactly when it's done. I don't have to go according each side or time or whatever. Yeah.
We're seeing the redness inside.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfect, yeah.
Just beautiful.
Okay, right here I got a beautiful medium rare springbok pan seared. All I'm going to be doing is just add a little bit of Maldon salt, light seasoning over the top.
Okay.
When creating a multi-component dish, you want a lot of depth on the dish. Something has to stand out, and also textures. And the garnishes has to complement each other, be able to pair well also. I'll be placing my meat, seared springbok or garnish next to it. I'm placing the crispy kale on top of the beetroot and pop wheel, elevating the dish more in presentation. Texture is just as important as balance. A lot of dishes need certain textures to balance certain flavors.
Chef Nathan, I see the plate looks really good. The textures, the flavors are high. But Chef, what's under there? I'm keen for the next challenge.
I bet you are curious what's the next thing. Yeah, okay, I'm happily revealed it now to you guys. Sour cream. That is the next element that goes on. The reason for the sour cream is also to balance it more complete. This is like the last element I needed to complete the dish. So it just goes beautifully with the sauce, the beetroot. It can basically go with anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a young rosé at the bottom of the plate. It's very, as you can see, it's very soft. The last crochet is about to release, and then I've actually made a beautiful jus with it.
Okay.
And that's bring all the richness and depthness to the dish. I'm actually going to reveal it now. Coffee.
There is beetroot, there's sour cream, and coffee. How will these just intertwine and work together?
All I've done is I've done a little bit of a mirepoix veg. 1 leek, 1 carrot, 1 onion, 1 stick celery, 1 clove of garlic, half a handful of thyme. And I've kept the herb aside, and I've got color onto the veg. And then while I'm getting color onto the veg, I've steeped my coffee beans in some sherry, reducing it a little bit more. And then I deglaze it with the veg. I put it into the veg, deglaze it, took out the alcohol. After that, I add a little bit of chicken stock to it. It takes 2 days to make. And then I let it slowly, reducing it slowly to the perfect consistency I want, and then I just strain it. Yeah.
Chef, how long do you steep the coffee beans in the sherry?
It's roughly 3-4 minutes because I just wanted to reduce it a little bit, and then I deglaze it, the veg with it. Yeah. I'm just gonna finish it off with a little bit of microplane coffee bean onto my sour cream, just a little bit. Also, again, presentation also.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, Chef Nathan's plating is world class.
And there you have it. Complete dish.
It looks good.
You got sweet, you got savory, you got a lot of depth, richness of the sauce itself. And yeah, I think everything just balances perfectly together.
Thank you, Chef Nathan.
Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Are you guys ready to taste?
Yes!
Okay.
The first bite of the springbok, and I'm like, oh my, this is divine.
Chef Nathan's flavor combinations really got me thinking differently about how I view flavor combinations, and I definitely think that the different textures that he puts together as well is what makes the dish so superb.
It's called the zimashikwa. This is so amazing. Chef Nathan, you've outdone yourself.
I must say, Chef, well done to the textures, eh?
Thank you guys.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much.
Definitely, you can feel it.
Honestly, this challenge, I know basically it's fine dining vibes, but there's always a twist. There's always a twist.
I am ready. Mentally, all hands on deck.
Coming up, it's back to the Taste Master kitchen for a challenge no one saw coming. Create a dish inspired by this week's theme and you could win a KitchenAid coffee grinder as well as a 1,500 Rand voucher from Food Lovers Market, plus Clover and Today product hampers. Visit Food Lovers Market to shop the ingredients and make sure to include a Clover product and to keep your till slip for the entry. To enter, share a photo of your creation on the competition post on the Tastemaster SA's Facebook or X pages, or you can share it to Instagram or TikTok and tag at Tastemaster SA. Use hashtag Clover Made with Love, hashtag Food Lovers Market, and hashtag the Tastemaster SA to enter. T's and C's apply. Need to keep cool under pressure? Tag in the new Crush and Tropica cans. Clover Made with Love.
Dreams come true with people who believe in better. Capitec is the business bank for everyone. Capitec.
To be a tastemaster, you need to possess certain qualities, and one of those is agility. The ability to pivot, to change when things don't go according to plan. Your challenge today is to create a beautiful fine dining dish worthy of the fledglings. It needs to be sophisticated, beautiful, and of course it has to taste amazing. Today, you'll be working in teams of 3. This will be a relay cooking challenge.
No, not a relay, not a relay.
I did not expect this. I think this is going to be chaos.
The first team member will have 20 minutes. Thereafter, they'll leave the kitchen. The next team member will take over, and so on for the third member. After everybody has had their 20 minutes, you will have a final 5 minutes for all 3 team members to come and plate and complete the dish.
Okay. It just keeps getting worse and worse, the things that they're telling us that are going to happen, yeah.
So how are we going to pick teams? Well, I baked you something delicious.
Inside each cupcake, a surprise center reveals their team color. Blue team is Kershnie, Larce, and Chevonne. Team red, Tinyiko, Meggan, and Danielle. And Xolile, Mpho, and Lucky are team green. The twist. When a new contestant tags in, they must lift a cloche to reveal a mystery ingredient that must be incorporated.
Not happy about team challenges.
I'm thinking it needs to be the Test Kitchen worthy. Definitely not chicken.
Thank you.
Lamb.
During our team talk, we are dividing our responsibility, looking into our strength. So Mpho will be going first, I'll go in second. Really, my expertise is just trying to bring things together and also setting just a standard for Lucky at the end.
Yeah, vegetable, beef and starch. I think focus on those 3 things. And if you have time for a sauce or something, start frying maybe some onion.
So during the team talk, we are just mulling over what we can do that is similar to what Chef Nathan had shown us in the masterclass. We don't want to do anything complicated. When we started planning, we knew that we need at least 3 components to the dish. So we thought that let's make it easy for ourselves and divide it into a starch, a protein, and a veg.
And the protein comes last.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So you're going to finish off then.
Right, guys, are you ready to have some fun?
Yeah.
Okay, will the contestants who are not cooking first, please leave the kitchen?
You got it.
Got this. Okay. Thanks. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Listen, those clashes are scary, hey? Those clashes are scary because you're like, I'm picking you, don't you pick me.
Kershnie, Meggan, Mpho, you have decided to cook first for your respective teams. Remember, this is not an elimination challenge. However, the team who does the best will go straight into the next challenge, whereas the remainder of you will be cooking in the next elimination. Remember, you are ultimately playing for a cash prize of 200,000 Rand, courtesy of Capitec Business Banking, to add bold flavor to your future.
The 200,000 from Capitec Business Banking will definitely help me. I can invest that money into my small business and expand and really just tap into teaching little kids about the basics of baking, whether it's learning numbers through measuring or mixing colors to learn their colors. So I think I really want to invest that back into my small business and expand it.
Ready for action?
Yes.
Right, who's picking their cloche first? Meggan, you smiling. You're smiling the widest.
That was a nervous smile. Cool. Let me pick this.
Citrus fruit you have chosen.
I will choose this one.
Oh, feta cheese. Paul, what's your pick? Reveal? Coffee!
Get the coffee. All right, contestants. The challenge starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, 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 go. Good luck.
Coffee. And I'm in charge of the mashed potatoes and carrots. Coffee.
So at the Food Lovers Pantry, I took onion, I took carrot, I took celery, some garlic, all of your fresh herbs to make my stock.
Today in my cook, I'm incorporating some nice fresh butternut from Food Lovers, as well as choosing their range of spices.
Mpho! So what's the plan? What's the plan for the coffee?
The only plan I have is to infuse the baby carrots in the coffee.
Infuse the baby carrots with the coffee?
Yes. I'm going to boil them inside the coffee. Then I'm going to take them and put them at the oven with still the seasoning that I plan to use.
Okay, so sticking with the carrots and coffee. Chef, have you ever tried that combination before?
Never.
Have you ever encountered that combination before?
Never.
Interesting.
My name is Mpho. I'm from Larce in the Sutu section, 1475. I've got a beautiful 9-year-old. He's a very active boy. He loves playing soccer. He's a mommy's boy. So yeah, I'm here to soccer mom vibes. So njengoba ngiyi-soccer mom kanje, naye-ke we-mini chef assistant. He's always there and he understands because most of the time isikhathi esiningi sometimes kumele ngihambe ngiyopheka somewhere now there's a gig or whatever. So he understands ukuthi sometimes isikhathi sakamama will be divided between me and the but I love the fact that at the age of 9 he's already understanding. So mina naye siso. I'm the soccer mom, he's the mini chef. We gel together. Ekhaya sine bottle store, sinane tavern. Ukuthi qale yaqala ugogo wami khona ukuthi ibe legacy for all her kids, her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren. So Magriza lapho khona ngithi cha siyabonga, thank you so much. So my discovery of cooking started after my divorce. Bengihlala ngiyi-couch potato, ngihlala esofeni ngidla ngazi ngenzeni. Then one day kwafika uGaron Ramsey, ngambona laphayana ngathi okay nami ngathenga lezi ntong zami. So instead of being a couch potato, I'm going to take my potato, I'll bang it to feed. And here I am. Cooking has become a passion for me. And it's a way of making a living.
I honestly just wish her all the best. And I think she must just remember how far she's come from, you know, because like it's been a long, long, long journey. I am so proud of her. We are all proud of her. All the best. Love you.
So I'm very competitive, eh? When I go for something, I go for it with everything I've got inside of me. So yeah, but anyway, you're looking at the winner.
I'm starting immediately with slicing up my butternut, not cutting it too thin or too thick because I have to be conscious of the time that it's cooking. How I'm going to incorporate my mystery ingredient is I'm going to squeeze some of the orange over the butternut and use some of the orange zest.
So, Kershnie, tell me, what was the game plan?
So the game plan is now that I'm supposed to start the stock. We are doing a pan-fried beef, and I needed to start the stock, but then I got feta, so I also need to do something with the feta. I'm trying to get this going, and I'm going to try and crisp up the feta if possible. I haven't done it before, but I'm going to attempt it.
Hi, Meggan.
Hi, Chef.
So what's your role? So you were chosen first. Is it because you're the strongest team member? What was the reasoning behind that?
I think we each chose a component we were confident in. And I said, I'll come, do the butternut, prep it, and prep the rest of the stuff for the ladies so they can just jump in. Hopefully their mystery ingredient doesn't throw them off too much.
Oh, yeah, so you haven't deviated from the group plan?
Not as yet, no.
Not as yet, okay.
Nice.
My love for food is just, it allows me to be more creative. I am a creative professionally, so being in the kitchen and with food, I get to explore that and exercise my creative muscle, including my palate. Growing up in Joburg, my family and I always used to go on vacations on the coast, so I think that also contributed to me wanting to move to Cape Town and just be by the ocean and have that ocean lifestyle, you know? Ice cream is my absolute favorite. I think it's like my daily dose of dopamine. And I think everyone has memories about ice cream. I think a tradition with my family is like every Sunday evening, getting ready for school or something like that, we'd go out for an ice cream treat. And yeah, ice cream just, it like reminds me of childhood all the time. A scoop of happiness. I entered Taste Master to just push myself creatively and expand my knowledge in the kitchen and with food. Also, I'm someone who's constantly learning and wants to learn more. So I think I'm going to be able to push myself and also grow my business.
I love this kind of challenge just because it keeps everybody on their toes. I mean, they may have planned some elaborate dishes and, you know, what's under those cloches could change that in an instant. And these three who are starters could be the ones who pivot completely out of the plan that was discussed just because of the ingredient that they chose. So much excitement in the kitchen.
Next, it's also chaos in the kitchen as the teams scramble to bring their ideas into one cohesive dish.
This is Food Lovers Market. It's in the experience.
Versatile, convenient and affordable. Perfect for today and every other day. Today, original short crust pastry. Think it, make it, bake it. It's a relay riot in the Taste Master kitchen as the second team members prepare to tag into the challenge.
Right, second cooks, you've entered the game. Very exciting. Okay, you're going to pick your cloches. Oli, let's start with you. Which one would you like?
My heart says this, but let me go here.
Okay, reveal. Oh, today, short crust pastry. Oh, I like the celebration. Larce?
Middle center.
Thank you. Cinnamon sticks.
I've just received cinnamon sticks and I have no idea what to do with them.
Tinyiko, what will you choose?
I've been eyeing this one.
Okay, it's all yours. It's all yours. Clover yogurt for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contestants in the kitchen, your time is up. Stop cooking. Please leave the kitchen. Right, guys, you ready? Go, 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 go.
I'm feeling very happy because it's clover double cream plain yogurt. And my barb, it has to have an element of creaminess.
Larce, hello.
Hello.
Any surprises coming into this cook as the second one?
There was a huge surprise for me with the cinnamon.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
Okay.
But I've decided to make a pickling solution with it. Then we can pickle some vegetables as a little salad. That was not a plan, but now it is.
Are you finding this challenge fun? Because I am.
So much fun.
You know what? Let's get to the end.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Before we make a decision.
I'm hoping something is going to come together.
Okay.
From Mpho, I'm currently picking up the mashed potato, and then also there's some carrots, which is that will go on the side, and I'm not sure if they're cooked or not.
With my short crust pastry, I'm actually trying to figure out what can I infuse something that is creamy and something that is crunchy as well. So that's the aim for today.
Instead of using water to make barb, I'm using the clover full cream milk, just to also add into like the creaminess as well as, you know, to pair it with the clover double cream yogurt.
Oh, Oli, moving at lightning speed. We like to see it. We like to see it. So, how was it sitting, waiting for your turn to cook? How was the anxiety levels?
The anxiety levels are infinity, yo. It's 100 plus, not even 10. So, but with that though, what I'm looking for and to have an end result is that something that it will help my fellow mates as well.
I've never deep fried a kale, but why not? Because we're taking inspiration from our chef Nathan.
Tinyiko, hello.
Yebo.
You look like you're having
It's
fun.
going down. Someone's having as much fun as me, chef.
So Tinyiko, I see you busy with pop.
Yes,
It's going to be very interesting tasting your pop to see if its quality is going to be as good as mine.
Oh, challenge!
The pressure is mounting for the third contestants as they prepare to tag in.
I'm very happy that I'm the one that's going last. I feel like I can pull the dish together at the end.
Chevonne, avos. Make sure that you don't cook the avos. Use them as their pure, delicious form. Danny?
Apple juice.
Ooh, fresh berries. Okay, what do you think about that choice?
Slightly tricky, but I think we can make it work. We can try and merge the sweet and the savory.
Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contestants in the kitchen, down tools, please, and leave the kitchen. Go, 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 go.
I started with my avocado salsa by chopping up the avocado and just adding it to the bowl with some of the spices.
The station looks a mess, but that's fine. Let's see what the team members have got and let me see how I can meet them halfway and incorporate mine. Yeah, I'm keen to see what we can finish.
I'm very happy to see my team members' progress. It's exactly as we discussed it, and yeah, I see no faults.
Assume that this and the cinnamon, what they have to work with, and the vinegar. So that's not something we spoke about. Being in the kitchen during a relay challenge is very tough. You don't know what is going on and you can't plan for anything. Okay, that's cool. I can do it. Avo vinaigrette, and then the cinnamon I'm not really sure about, but I'll figure that out.
So lucky, I saw your face expression after you pull your cloth and you saw the fresh berries.
Yes, Chef, I wasn't really ready for that. But I guess I just have to roll with the punches and just try to include them in my dish. So just like how you taught us in our masterclass to incorporate the sweet and the savory. So that's gonna be my saving grace.
For my steak, to fry it off, I'm using a combination of the Clover Olive Pride olive oil as well as the Moy River salted butter to make a nice base to be able to fry my steak in.
How are things looking?
Everything looks like it's going according to plan.
Because I could see the clover crushed apple juice caught you a little bit by surprise.
I'm actually quite happy about it because I think we needed like an acid component for like a sauce, so I think I'm going to use that in like a glazed sauce kind of thing.
So for my lamb, I decided to use the Clover olive oil. Put that baby on the pan, wait for it to be nice before I sear my lamb on both sides to get that nice sizzling and golden brown color. And I put out just a bit of lemon juice just to get that sweet and sour or citrusy going.
Chevonne, hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
A little bit fasted.
Okay.
I found a spiced feta on my station, so I have a feta and avocado like vinaigrette or like a salsa. Someone started with a stock, so I have a stock sauce. I'm going to add some butter and some cinnamon to that now, and then I'm going to fry the meat, and that's going to be like a meat, avocado salsa, and cinnamon jus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Time is ticking away, but I think we're gonna get dishes because blue team looking super confident. Chevonne's like, I'm team leader, I got this going on. At the back there with the red, Danny, also all the components are ready, she's waiting to plate. Lucky's still running up and down, but he seems to have corrected a lot of things. He spent a lot of time sort of fixing other mistakes, but it's looking good. It's looking good. I think we're gonna have some promising dishes.
Yeah.
Contestants, 2 minutes left before we bring in the rest of your team. 2 minutes.
It's the best to go last to tie up the whole dish and just figure out what still needs to be done if somebody didn't get time for something. I am ready for the other two to come back because I think we are almost ready to play.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other team members, come on in. Your final 5 minutes starts now.
We walk in the last 5 minutes and I'm like, wow, time just went so fast.
So I'm reducing the apple juice with like the brown butter on the thing. I haven't tasted it.
We got cinnamon, avocado,
And feta. And feta.
So I made an avocado and feta thing, but I have some feta on the crumb, and I have the meat. And then I have a little jus that is like a cinnamon and butter thing. I don't know.
The lamb is done. That is done.
Yes.
The carrots are
I love
fried.
that. Nice.
The chimichurri is done.
Nice.
Everything
Chimichurri.
is fine.
So now plate.
Yes,
Plate.
yeah, I did
Plate.
put high.
Plate.
The plate is in the oven. It's getting warm. My team members are back. They're asking me, what do you have? Guys, I have 2 ears and 1 brain. Maybe if one of you guys can speak to me one at a time, maybe we can progress.
Guys, 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, we got this. We got this.
During the plating stage, I feel like all 3 of us have it together. We know the plating vision that we have in mind. I'm busy just still reducing a little bit of the sauce so that we can put it onto the steak, but I'm very confident that my teammates know how to plate, so I leave that into their hands.
Plate, bring the meat, please.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, guys, time's up. Stop what you're doing.
Woo! You're all done. Well done.
It went really well. Yeah. I'm proud of us. You know, we have all our components, plated. So I'm proud of everyone. We did great.
Definitely, I think our vision came to life over here. I'm very proud of both of you guys. Yeah, it looks very pretty. Happy with it. It was stressful. I'm like, oh, they're gonna get to everything, but please don't forget my butter.
That's the first thing I checked, the butter nut.
Thank you. But yeah, very happy with our cook today.
So that was slightly overwhelming. It was very stressful, but we tried to stick to the vision and what we discussed.
Yeah.
The ingredients slightly threw us off, but I feel like we managed to stick with the vision.
Plan went right out the window. No plan. Nothing. Gone.
The cinnamon just like it was in our plan.
Cinnamon, through ice. Avo, cinnamon, feta. Have you ever heard of those 3 together? No.
Like my meat is cooked perfectly, so I am very confident about the meat.
There we go.
And I think the rest of the components will work well. If the main ingredients come out that we were given, especially the cinnamon, I hope that actually show through the flavors.
Up next, they've shown their ability to improvise, but who pulled it together enough to impress the judges? Need to keep cool under pressure? Tag in the new Crush and Tropica cans. Clover made with love.
I always recommend Sensodyne. It's specially designed to care for their sensitive teeth. And I've had people coming back to me saying it's made a difference. It works.
Chef Nathan, I knew it would be a very exciting finish, and we got just that. I am glad that they all managed to get a dish together. I'm excited to find out what the flavors are going to be. How do you think they fared in this challenge?
They were all very nervous about the whole challenge, and I think they've also learned something out of this.
Definitely.
But it was indeed an intense challenge.
It was.
I am very scared. These judges have world-class palates, so they'll be able to taste everything.
Hello, Team Blue.
Hello.
Larce, how did you find the teamwork aspect of this challenge?
Our teamwork was really good. We communicated well. We spoke and planned before getting to the stove. But the plan went out the window as soon as we got the mystery ingredients. I'm happy that we're actually presenting something right now. Yeah.
No one is more happy than me. Yeah. Are you happy with how your dish turned out?
I think it looks good, but we're not so happy. We didn't get enough time maybe to elevate it a bit and add more texture. We left out the carrots because we didn't have enough time, so I'm not so happy. But we got it. We got everything on our plate. All the main components that needed to be there are on the plate.
I think your meat is cooked beautifully. We were very concerned that you'd left it to the last minute, but the way that you trimmed that meat and the way you cooked it and rested it just enough where it's really tender, it's flavorful. It does need a touch of finishing salt, but that's something you'll sort of learn as you cook more. For me, the overpowering flavor is major astringent acidity. There's like an imbalance in your pickle. So even if I take the tiniest bit of that onion and put it on, you know, with the rest of the ingredient, it's very acidic, it's very overpowering. So you needed to balance that out a little bit. And yes, a glaring thing that's missing here is texture. Everything is very soft, a little bit chewy. There's no crunchiness, there's no real freshness.
It could have been a little bit more better on the presentation, tidy it up a little bit more. I'm also amazed that your protein wasn't over or undercooked. But you guys haven't done bad because you've done all the ingredients that is needed on the dish. It's just the cinnamon needs to be a little bit lifted a little bit more. Yeah.
I think those missing carrots may have been that one thing that sort of brought everything together, gave us texture, gave us extra flavors and brightness. But yeah, like Chef said, good effort. Thank you, Team Blue.
Thank you, Team Blue.
Listening to all of the negative comments about the acidity and about the pickled onion, and I'm thinking to myself, Kershnie, you could have done better. Panic mechanic.
Feeling very nervous because I don't know if my coffee stunt worked or not. So yeah.
Team Green.
Yes, Chef.
Yeah. It feels like you had the tightest finish. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yes.
Yes, Chef. Yeah, pretty much so.
Can you explain what you've made?
What you guys have in front of you is our creamy garlic mash with some seared lamb chops. We just tried to add a bit of twist to our carrots. So those are honey, glaze, and coffee carrots. So when it comes to the berries, we just tried to make a sweet and sour thing going on there. Then just for the crunch, we just added the freshly rolled short crust to this pastry.
Okay. Interesting combination of flavors.
Yes.
Let's see if it works.
I'm happy what is there in front. I'm not fully happy though, but hey, we managed to get everything plated. It is nerve-wracking, but I hope that it's within their palate.
It's so interesting that the 3 cloche ingredients that you guys each picked kind of led you to a dessert. And a part of me wishes that you'd actually just change direction completely and went to dessert. Let me tell you why. The berry component is very forced in this dish. It doesn't go with any of the others. It's very actually acidic more than sweet. The coffee for me is completely lost. Is it a perfectly good plate of food? Yes. But is it fledglings worthy? I'm not sure.
You can't taste the coffee at all in the dish. And also the berries, maybe you wanted to make a glaze out of the berries to make it more saucy or more balancing to the standard of the lamb, because you can't have it with the lamb. You needed to change it into a sauce or something just to get rid of all that sweetness.
I would say that was good criticism. I just have to leave some room for improvement for us.
I still feel that we delivered what we wanted to deliver, but whether all of the components work together and the judges will see our vision, that is still a mystery.
So Team Red, how did you guys find the challenge today?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
The calmest
Yeah,
challenge.
I think we were pretty calm.
Yeah.
We actually were able to execute what we had planned very close, and I feel like we were lucky with the ingredients that we got.
Yeah, we'll see how it tastes.
Fantastic. Okay, describe to me what you put together.
what we have is a roasted butternut over there. My secret ingredient was citrus, so I included some of the orange juice and some zest, and I seasoned it with some fresh rosemary, a little bit of garlic and herb spice, as well as just a hint of cumin.
And my secret ingredient was the clover double cream plain yogurt to make the creamy bob.
Interesting.
And for me, I obviously had to cook the protein. I incorporated the clover crush apple juice as part of a sauce. I added it to the drippings of the steak and then made a sauce out of that. I see Chef Xolile and Chef Nathan chewing a bit long on that piece of steak, and I'm wondering if it's overdone.
I'm literally like eyeing them also, waiting for what they'll say.
The steak is not that tough, but it is a little bit. It definitely needs more seasoning, and also the pop is not as creamy as you described it. And also, I think with the clover apple crush juice, you could have turned it more into like a gravy. And I also find the butternut a bit chewy, a little bit chewy. Yeah.
What you did with the apple to make the glaze, it's like a sweet and sour, so it actually does go really well with the meat, and that flavor is really good. I think your plan to add the yogurt into your pap was inspired. I would never have thought that. I think that was a really smart idea. It just needed for me a little more seasoning, maybe some Parmesan cheese or just a touch more salt in there would have just elevated everything, or even just a squeeze of the citrus, you know, at the end just to brighten up the flavor as well would have really helped. Unfortunately, I do agree with Chef. The butternut is very chewy, and I think that it's undercooked. Had you maybe braised it first in like a citrus juice, the orange juice, the grapefruit juice, whatever juice, it would have absorbed all that liquid, and then, you know, crumb it or, you know, sprinkle your crumb on top and bake it the same way. I think the texture would have been a little bit more luscious. So, you know, I think that you did more things right than you did wrong, but, you know, you needed just a little more finessing.
Getting a little worried, like, did we do enough? Happy to hear that our presentation was well received. Very stressful, just waiting on the final verdict.
Coming up, has Team Red done enough to save themselves from next week's elimination? And now you could win 5,000 Rand with the Tastemaster SA and Capitec. We want to know, which team do you think created the boldest dish? To enter, reply with your answer on the competition post on the Tastemaster SA's Facebook, X or Instagram accounts. Make sure you include hashtag #GrowWithCapitec and hashtag the Tastemaster SA in your entry. T's and C's apply and can be found on the tastemaster.co.za.
Find your wonderful. Jacobs, wunderbar.
Chef Nathan, well, they delivered 3 plates. I want to know from you, how close did they get to fledglings worthy?
For me, I think it's just a little bit of lack of creativity, and also we're balancing flavors. But there's also a lot of room for growth. I could see a lot of potential, and yeah, it was just lovely watching them cook.
Absolutely. I mean, it's our first taste of kind of their personalities when it comes to pressure in the kitchen. And like you say, there's plenty of room for growth. But for now, we need to choose the team who did the best and send the others to elimination. Ready to make the decision?
Yes, ready.
Wonderful.
I'm feeling so nervous. I'm feeling so anxious about this verdict. I don't know what to expect. I'm just standing there and I'm praying and I'm like, please help us.
So we all know that today is not an elimination challenge. However, we have chosen a team that stood out. That team will go straight into the next challenge, as well as walk away with one of these pins to commemorate your win today. And you can see it's a diamond because, of course, diamonds are formed under pressure. And the winning team survived the pressure. The winning dish was made with love by Team Red.
I'm so elated that we are the winning team. I can't believe it, but it's really a saving grace not to be in the elimination again. Thank you.
Congratulations, Team Red. I'm glad that made you very, very happy.
We were so stressed. Yeah.
Red team, Chef Nathan and I felt that your presentation overall was the most inviting, the most delicious looking. We also thought that the way that you incorporated your mystery ingredients was really integrated into your dish. Well done once again. That, of course, means Team Blue, Team Green, we will see you in the elimination challenge. Get some rest. Get ready. The competition is heating up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Round of applause for all of you.
Winning this round was absolutely stunned. I was stunned.
My spirits are a bit low, but it's also great learning. I feel like I come out stronger because I learned so much through the elimination challenges.
Because I always believe in second chances, where one can redeem him or herself.
Next week, the bottom 6 face elimination in a culinary showdown inspired by Italy. It's all about fresh pasta, and they'll need to bring their A-game to impress guest chefs from acclaimed modern Italian restaurant Scala Pasta.
Another feel-good production.